ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः.
Dear friends, I'm sorry I made a spectacle in coming and sitting here to talk to you. You know what impelled me to do so? At my age, I'm not sure whether I'll see the next anniversary of Sri Ramakrishna or not. So I thought that for the last 78 years that I've joined this order, like these young brahmacharis at the age of 22, and today I'm 99 plus. For 78 years, I have been at it. So I thought, my dears, on this very auspicious day, let me share with you, which is very dear to close to my heart. I've spoken to you about it several years ago, but it is a subject, more you talk about it, more you discuss about it, more you enlighten yourself. Therefore, I chose this subject today. What is the subject? How Swami Vivekananda saw Sri Ramakrishna. What did he find in him? That was, from my initial days of a brahmachari up till now, that is a subject matter of my research. What did Swami Vivekananda see in Sri Ramakrishna? This is one. Second is, please bear with me, I may be a little long. The second is, if you read the complete works of Swamiji and other books written about Swamiji, you will seldom find that Swamiji has spoken about his Guru. There's a chit of a book published by us, known as My Master. It's a very, very superficial, touching on the top of issues, and it lets it go. But why was Sri Ramakrishna born? What role he had to play because of his birth, and what did he leave behind? So if you make a deep study of Swamiji's work, you will be surprised to know, my dears, he has poured his heart out for his Guru in the Aratik Stava and the stot. Khandana Bhava Bandhana is the Arati song, and there's a Sanskrit one, Om Ri Milita Pravachalo. If you study these two in depth with proper guidance, because in literature, words have different meaning at different times. So we should be very careful what meaning fits in with the anecdote. Now, what was the Pranam Mantra? The conclusion of Swamiji's remark on Sri Ramakrishna's life, which you have just now heard and sang. What does it say? Sthapakaya cha dharmasya. 1. Sarva dharma swarupine. 2. Third is avatara bharishta. I bow down to thee, O Lord Ramakrishna. Ramakrishnaya te namah. 3 qualifications. Dharmasya sthapaka, sarva dharma swarupaka, and avatara parishta. On the face of it, it is full of contradiction, confusion, and it might create interfaith dissent. But Swamiji used them. So let us try to find out that each and every word that Swamiji used has a traditional background of acceptance. And I'll try my very best to share with you these ideas. What is dharma, dear? He says, dear Lord, in a rapid literal translation, dear Lord, you are the founder, establisher of religion, dharma. What a thing to say. Dharma is eternal. It is the inhalation and inspiration of the divine. It has no beginning, no end. Dharma. And it had 100 of different interpretations. Here the interpretation is very practical, related to each one of our life, notwithstanding what is our profession, what is our calling, what is our hobby. Dharate iti dharma. This is a dictionary meaning of the word dharma. Dharate. It's a basket full of ideas, holding on to which means holding and absorbing. A normal human being can divinize oneself. A basket full of man-making, character-building ideas, holding on to which each one of us can, through a process of evolution, divinize our egocentric personality. If we don't hold on to it, we reduce ourselves into an ordinary biological creature. This is it. If you hold on to, you reach there. If you don't hold on to, you reach there. And he used the word sthapaka. Sthapana has many ideas, many platforms, as it were. Generally, people say sthapana is something which was not there before, it has been now established. But dharma is eternal, dharma is infinite, eternal, immutable, absolute. How can you have a platform for it? But he says, O Lord Sri Ramakrishna, you have now, see the meaning, you have re-established sthapana of what? The veracity, credibility, relevance of religion. In the modern scientific world, religion is a taboo, is an opium for the masses. That's what communism taught us. And we say, oh no, religion is for the older people, not for us. Because we take religion as a type of performance only. We don't understand the real meaning of character building, man-making, educative process which evolves this egocentric personality into the divine. Swami Vivekananda says, O dear Lord Ramakrishna, you have re-established the lost veracity, relevance, relativity of so-called eternal religion. How? He comes later on. Hereby, people are likely to say that, look, just because Sri Ramakrishna was his guru, he was driven by euphoria, guru stuti. So he lost his sense of balance. He spoke whatever he likes to. Swamiji was very careful. He had something very strong to back upon. What is that? Dharma samsthapanaya sambhavami juge juge. We get it in the Gita. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tada atmanam aham srijami. Sri Krishna, an incarnation of God, he pronounces. And how does he do it? dharma samsthapanartha, for the purposes of rehabilitating the lost values, relevance of religion. And let me not use the word religion, dharma. So when he says, you are the re-establisher of dharma, he is not speaking out of his balance. He is not speaking through a euphoria. He is speaking from previous support of whom? Sri Krishna himself. He has used the dharma samsthapanarthaya for the purposes of rehabilitating the lost value, relevance, utility of religion. I bored over and over again. Sambhavami yuge yuge. So when he says, dharmasya sthapaka, he reminds us the statement of previous avatara, Sri Krishna. Now, this is the first part. I could take hours together to express deeper and deeper, relevant to our day-to-day life. We'll come to that at the end. Enough for the time being that here sthapana means to rehabilitate the lost veracity, lost relevance, lost utility of the concept of dharate iti dharma, holding on to which this human personality can slowly and slowly evolve into the divine. To each and every one, no selectiveness here, universal, cosmic. Now, what does it mean, holding on? I hold my chandan, I hold my paper bookmark, I hold this, I hold this. That's it. Physical. Here holding takes you in a higher level. What is that holding? You hear this definition. Dharate iti dharma. I'm using sound. Dharate is a sound. Iti is a sound. Dharma is a sound. But you hear. What is the process? The sound waves are carried to you and your ear vibrates. Eardrum vibrates. That vibration stimulates audio nerves. Those audio nerves, with that stimulation, reaches that part of the brain which is capable of converting that vibration into another type of vibration known as ideas. And you say, I know. Yes, Swami, I understand what you are saying. I know. For a simple example, I say very distinctly, water. All of you will nod your head. Yes, Swami, I understand what you say. Why? I've used the sound correctly and it has vibrated the nerves of your brain and your memory says, yes, yes, I've heard of this sound. This sound means this. This is how ideas are conveyed to each other through sound. So I hear dharayate iti dharma, holding on to which a normal human personality can evolve to divine. All that is registered in my brain. But that does not change your personality. Knowing and experiencing, jnana, vijnana. Those who are students of literature, scriptural literature, they are used to this word, jnana, vijnana. Jnana is centered here, rational. What is vijnana? You have experienced what is being said. Experiencing. What does it mean? Your conviction guides you in such a manner that you experience. A simple example. When I was a child, I was told, don't play with fire. When I was a child, there was no electricity. Candle lamps and kerosene lamps. Mom told me, don't play with the candle fire. You'll burn yourself. What does mom mean? Burn yourself. And I burned myself. Jnana is transformed into vijnana. Knowledge transferred into experience. See how commonsensical this spiritual science is. We make a mess of it. To show off our wisdom, we talk so tall that it goes everybody's head. Oh, he's a wonderful person. Because they understand nothing. That's why he's wonderful. So please now understand the distinction of jnana and vijnana. Because the next part of Swamiji's statement is related to this. What was the second part? Sarva dharma sarupa. Sarva dharma. Swarupa. You are the essence of the concept of dharma in all organizations, all factions, the multiple factions of Indian philosophy, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Zoroastrianism, and all that, apart from the very minor one, the principal ones. What happened? Sri Ramakrishna was told, Kali is a concept. concept of cosmic energy running the whole cosmos. If she is properly prayed, you will have her vision. If she is properly prayed, you will have her vision. Christ was born 2000 years ago. If you properly pray, you will have his vision. He will be one with you, he will speak with you, he will interact with you in whichever way you want. Sri Ramakrishna wanted to accept the mother of the universe, cosmic energy, known as Kali, as his mother, and he his child. For that matter, he was told, these are the disciplines you will have to follow. What are those disciplines? Evolving your personality to accept new ideas, rational conviction, later on converted into experience. Sarva Dharma Swarupa means Sri Ramakrishna, in the words of famous author, Nobel laureate Romarola, he didn't know a word of English. His sister Madeline knew English. She heard of Ramakrishna, came in touch with our president, Swami Shivanandaji, and wanted to know about Sri Ramakrishna. Shivanandaji authorized Ashokanandaji, who was later on in San Francisco for decades together, and he passed away there. Ashokanandaji wrote to Madeline in English what he knew or heard from Shivanandaji and others regarding Sri Ramakrishna's life. Madeline translated that into French, and Roma Rolla wrote a book on life of Ramakrishna, Concept of Universal Religion. How is it possible? It is very simple. It is so simple that you will not believe it. He deeply got involved with those ideas, and he has admitted in his own words that Sri Ramakrishna came, visited him, and cleared his questions, and he wrote the book. And you know what he wrote relevant to this Sarva Dharma Swarupaka? This was a diversion. Romarola wrote, the only person in human history whose hunger for experiences of all types of religion was so unsatiated that he took by storm, one after the other, citadels of various religious cults. And dear friends, if you have time enough, if you don't believe me, go through Sri Ramakrishna's life. Authenticated biography of Sri Ramakrishna, where one by one he saw Muhammad, Christ, Buddha, Shankara, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all coming to him when he was following that dharma, and they all merged. With that authority in command, experiencing all religions lead to the same goal, he proclaimed to the world, I have seen it, I have experienced it. Religions are nothing else but various rivers originating from various places, but all ending up in the ocean. Ocean is the ultimate goal, oneness of the universe. So you see when Swamiji says, Sarva Dharma Swapaka, don't think he was carried away by Guru Bhakti, unexplainable euphoria. It was based on his experience. And the last one is the most disturbing statement. Avatara Barishta. Barishta is a Sanskrit word, just like English, good, better, best. Bara, Baryan, Barishta. Sir, you are the best among the avatars. Oh dear me. Are you decrying Rama? Are you decrying Rama? Krishna? Are you decrying and defiling Christ? What are you saying? You are the best? Dear friends, to solve this very, very difficult question, we have to go to the Upanishads. In the Upanishads, there's a shloka. I can't resist the temptation of reciting the shloka to you. Prano hi esha jas sarvabhute vivati vijanan vidyan bhavate nativadi sa atmakrida atmarati kriyavan esha brahmavidam barishta. Of all the Brahmavids who qualify for these adjectives that I've just now mentioned in the Upanishad, he should be supposed to be the best. How could you justify that? All of them are incarnation of the divine. How could there be good, better, best of them? Now, never try to think of it philosophically. Bring it down to your level of existence. You'll find the answer there. We are all humans. And society has set up a measuring stick, measure. I am worst of them, and you are the best of them. How come you are a human, I am a human? We are both manifestation of the divine. How come you call me the worst and yourself the best? How? What is your justification? What is your conviction? Justification is very nice. The human society, for its own welfare, has created certain principles and traditions. Am I wrong? We have created for us. As for instance, we'll tell our students, tell no lies. Be not afraid. I'll not do you any harm, but be very truthful. What are we doing? We are creating a character, a behavior pattern for that young child. The more he absorbs it, more he listens to it, we say he's a good boy. Oh, he's a brilliant man, a wonderful character. Excuse me, he's a very cunning, is a very person. Both of us are persons. That is what it is. Now see, I'll give you another example. Maybe a bit long, but please listen to carefully. There are many disciplines to manifest the divinity within ourselves. Somebody takes to yoga practices. So, he cuts himself out from the society, goes away to the forests and the hills, finds out a cave for himself, lives there, eats whatever is available in nature, roots and fruits and leaves, and keeps on meditating. The world does not live for him. He and his process of meditation to realize. And what is the process of meditation? Saturating yourself with an idea. And when you are saturated with the idea, you have become that. To be and become, process of evolution. But he is a victim of his habit, cut off from the world. Somehow or other one day, he thought he will come out and go to some place of pilgrimage. In those days in India, every village had a small cottage outside known as Santpura, abode for sons. Those mendicant monks who had nothing on them, they walked and wanted a night shelter, a rayan basera, and the village had a chart, a roster. If it is Monday, it is yours. If it is Tuesday, it is yours. So on. So the lady whose date was that day, he comes with dinner. makes a little noise. That realized soul, he is a realized soul. That realized soul, samadhi. Unresponsive. She makes a little noise here, a noise there. Ultimately, in a loud voice, she says, "Sir, I'm leaving your dinner. As and when you are ready, please have it and bless us." No response. She left it there. It was the usual tradition that nobody spent 3 nights, more than 3 nights, at a place. And the 4th morning, he was disappeared, with even telling you, thank you. That is his way of life. But he has a realized soul, he has realized through method of total isolated meditative process. After a few weeks, another Swami comes. He finds a small little room, mighty happy, sits there, keeps on remembering God. The lady comes. "Oh dear me, what brings you here?" "Sir, I have brought your dinner." "Oh, have you? Who told you I am here?" She explained the roster system. "What have you brought for me? Would you kindly serve me with your own hands?" And after the dinner was over, he helped her to wash the utensils and wished her good night. The lady was in the 9th heaven. 3 nights passed. The interaction was so deeply touching human that when he had to leave, he waited for the lady to come, took leave of her with tears in their eyes, they left each other. He's a realized soul. But his realization did not deaden his emotions. He had an emotional relationship with the divine. That emotion was expressed. After a few days, a 3rd Swami comes. He sits in the outer veranda, looking into the sky, repeating some shlokas. Sees, "Why are you here?" "I am alone." "Why are you here?" "No, sir, I have brought you dinner." "Oh, have you? What is your husband? What does he do? How does your family go? You're a farmer, are you? How much land have you? Do you have children? Absolutely normal, human to human being. 2 days later, he hears weeping and wailing sound coming from near. Weeping. Stood up, sees a lady with a 12-year son, a widowed lady, only son, has been bitten by a snake and dead. The whole family joins together to mourn. That Swami makes his room there and starts consoling each and every one about the uncertainty of the world and the wisdom of holding on to God, fair or foul. 3 days passed, I don't know when, till the whole village got back their old mood and the village was back to normal, that Swami stayed there. And then, with a great tearful farewell, he took leave of one and every and left the place. 3 of them are realized souls. Now please tell me, from your common sense point of view, who would you like? First one, second one, or the third one? Tell me. We being human, we would definitely like the third one. That third one, that excellent human behavior without any aura behind. Oh, I am an avatar. Embodiment of humility and modesty. Look into Sri Ramakrishna's life. Look it with microscope and find out one incident where you can say Sri Ramakrishna spoke egoistically. Find out. This is my challenge to you. And as far as humanness, read his gospel, read his life, how he built up his team, and not a single word of disorder to any religion. Not a single word. And what is the most important part is, if you look at the history of the incarnations, some of them came along with their divine consort. Ramachandra had Ma Janaki. To make a Ramachandra Marjada Purushottam Ram, it is Ma Janaki who martyred herself. That's the role she played. Look at Krishna's life. Both Radhika and Rukmini, they're to forgo him because call of the nation, call of dharma was too big a challenge for him, and he was born for that. Buddha, to establish to what extent renunciation can go, he was married, he had a son, even then he left all of them. Whereas, whatever people may say, Christ remained a bachelor. And only respect Mary the mother gets is because she was chosen to be the mother of God, Son of God. Although in South America and other places, she is worshipped like Christ, almost like India, Matri Puja, Mother's Day, Mother's worship. Acharya Shankara left home when she was 14. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was married, left her then home. As an example of what renunciation could be. In the Bible, there's a saying, some people are born eunuchs. Some people are made eunuchs by the greed of man. And there are others who keep them eunuchs for the love of God. So, these are the history of the previous avatars. Now let us see about Ramakrishna. He chose his own consort, and the age difference was probably 17 years. I'm not very sure now. A tremendous age difference. Her mother was married. She was either 5 years or 7 years old. The marriage never got consummated. But when words came to the Jaramati that Sri Ramakrishna has lost his mind and he moves like an insane, always repeating the mother's name and crying for her. He needs to be cared for. Holy Mother, at that age, told her parents, see, in those age, bashfulness, shame and etc. used to be paramount. In those days, Holy Mother went to her parents and said, I am told he is sick in Dakshineshwar. Please take me there. My duty lies next to him. I would like to be there. And he was brought. There are incidents. She had the vision of Kali, whatever it may be. Coming back to the point, they lived together and they lived in such a manner that the mother represented the Divine Mother of the universe. Even sometimes he took to task, almost scolded Sri Ramakrishna. I'll give you a funny incident. Baburam Maharaj Swami Premananda ji was a very weak constitution. They came on Saturday evening to spend 2 days in Dakshineshwar with Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna used to send them to different places in the Dakshineshwar temple garden for overnight meditation. And he said, nobody will eat to his full. You must eat half of your capacity, otherwise you'll feel drowsy, you'll not be able to meditate. Especially Baburam Maharaj, Premananda have only 2 pulkas, 2 chapatis, nothing more. Baburam Maharaj felt hungry, told mother to give him a little more. Mother gave him 2 more. So instead of 2, it was 4. And here comes Sri Ramakrishna asking everybody, how much have they eaten? As soon as he heard Premananda has taken 4, she looks at the mother. Are you going to spoil and ruin their future? Do they come here to sleep overnight or to meditate? Why did you give him 4? Mother listened quietly. Look at the reply. Look, dear, if 2 extra pulkas prevents you from bringing him mukti, giving him mukti, you better not try, leave it to me. That is my holy mother sitting there. There are many occasions, if you read her life and her gospel, ladies in very miserable condition, called to be fallen women, kicked out of the society, would not go back to the light area. They were in a great difficulty. Somebody says, go to Dakshineshwar, there's a saint, he may do something for you. She comes, Sri Ramakrishna, it is beyond me, points out to Davat Khana, where mother lives. There's a lady there, he will look after you. You go to her. He thought it is beyond him, but not beyond the Holy Mother. Because she is Anadi or Jnana Shakti Mahamaya. And then, after completion of his sadhana, Sri Ramakrishna worshipped her as Tripura Sundari Shodashi. That aspect of the motherhood of the divine. In India, you know, motherhood of the divine has conceived in 1,000 ways. Tripura Sundari is one of them. And what does it highlight? That aspect of motherhood of the divine. And Sri Ramakrishna invoked those qualities by worshipping the Holy Mother. What is it? Softness, sweetness, ever graciousness, ever forgiving, ever forbearing. 5. And then left the mother alone by saying, I have started the work. Please look after its completion. And she lived alone for 34 years, passed away as recently as 1920. Now, with this as a behavior pattern of an incarnation, is Swamiji wrong to say, amongst the specimens, sir, you're the most appealing best specimen. Is it all? Friends, thank you. I don't know whether I'll be alive next year or not, but I thought I'll pour my heart out today to all of you. God wish you well. May God wish you well. Thank you. To Pranamansarapur.
ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय